It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 241. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Herzog.
Hello.
What happened, Noelle? You just said, ow.
Oh, because I hit the wire of my earpods.
And you pulled it out?
Yeah. They hurt.
Yanked your chain?
They're too big for my ear hole.
Oh, you have little ear holes.
My left ear hole, I have to smush it in and it hurts.
Oh my God. We should get you mouse headphones.
I just need little baby mouse headphones.
I'll get you some mouse headphones.
Okay.
If you guys have any good suggestions for mouse headphones, please hit us up.
Yeah.
Before the 90 days, I didn't write down what episode this is. So that's really helpful to me. I will tell you though, because, oh no, Noelle, I got to find out what episode it is. This is season 6, episode 16.
Yeah. Next week is the tell-all.
I know. I'm really excited about this because I feel like we're going to tie up a lot of loose ends, if you will.
Okay. We just never saw Tyree again. It's over.
Tyree and no one. Well, what was he going to go home and be like? I don't know. I don't think it was her.
I don't know. I thought they would wrap it up more with him.
There's nothing to wrap up. There was nothing to not wrap up. He should have not been on this show. This was very stupid.
Weird.
Very weird. But you know what, Noelle?
What, Tracey?
We have a lot of things coming up for you guys. And I want to do a little housekeeping before we start the podcast.
Okay.
I want to tell you a story about our new podcast. It's called So Pumped, a Vanderpump Rules podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting Vanderpump Rules from the beginning. So far, we're on season 2. If you've never watched it before, watch it along with me and listen to the podcast. It's available only on Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And it's right down there in the show notes. But Noelle, if you join Patreon, you don't just get So Pumped.
What else do you get?
Thanks so much for asking. You get The Other Way. A lot of people are like, are you going to cover The Other Way? And we're like, every single week, on every single podcast that we do, we tell you that we cover The Other Way on Patreon. So put your listening ears on.
Okay.
Put your listening cap on. And listen to the podcast when you listen to the podcast, and listen to what I say to you. The Other Way is on Patreon. It's right down there in the show notes. Just click the link.
It's so true because people would DM me and it's like, hello?
Yeah.
We say it every single time.
It's the super duper level and up. Now, I want to add a little bit of information for you.
Okay, add it.
There's also a podcast called BS. It's really fun. We just
So we BS on BS, and I'm going to give you a little taste of what we talk about on BS.
Okay.
We talk about my family trauma, because I have a lot of past family trauma. We talk about our weekly shopping trips.
Yes.
All the places that we go to.
What we cook.
We talk about growing up together.
Yeah.
All the fun things that we did together.
A lot of shenanigans.
Just weird memories, or even just my dad used to eat this. Your dad used to eat this. Nostalgic things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, join Patreon. Now, I want to tell you one other thing that me and Noelle just found out.
What?
So Catfish Trash Talk is one of our podcasts, and it is coming back because Catfish is coming back to the television.
In October.
Yes. And in October, Catfish will be available only on Patreon at the super trash talker level. So that's the lowest level. So if you're a super duper trash talker, you'll definitely get it. If you only want to listen to Catfish and nothing else, at the super trash talker level, you'll get the last 2 episodes of BS and Catfish Trash Talk. So make sure you join the Patreon if you want to listen to any of these things. You also, at the super duper level, get to join our secret group where we have on Facebook, our discussion group where we're all best friends. And you get a free sticker. You get a lot of things.
That was a lot of information.
Thank you so much, because I'm just trying to inform the people.
You're informing the people. And guys, we also have a live show coming up.
We have a live show coming up. Everyone's really excited about it. We're going to be featured in the New York Comedy Festival on November 11th at 4 p.m. in New York City at Caveat. And it's going to be Trash Talk Live. Bring your friends, bring your husband, bring his friends if they're single.
My mom just bought a ticket. So if you guys want to see the orange mullet in person,
it's getting oranger.
It's just getting orangier and orangier. So you must come if you want to see it in person.
If you guys want to come and meet Sunny Delight,
Strawberry pound cake herself.
Come on down.
Yeah.
I also have a ton of upcoming tour dates at TraceyCarnazzo.com. I'm going to be next week in Buffalo, New York. And then I'll also be at Parks Casino in Pennsylvania. So do the stuff.
Guys, do the stuff. Come on. Let's get it together.
I know. I'm also opening for Hannah Berner, formerly of Summer House. And I'm also opening for Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo's podcast, Giggly Squad, in the New York Comedy Festival.
Duh, of course
I'm also opening for Adrienne Appalucci in the New York Comedy Festival.
Love that.
Go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of that. On with the show.
Can I tell you something that I found out? A couple of things.
Sure.
Okay, so I was on Reddit because I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
And I found out on Reddit that Chantel, you know, the family Chantel.
Family de Chantal.
Her real name is not Chantel.
We knew this.
Did you know what her real name is?
It's something stupid.
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. But I want to talk about Statler's real name isn't Statler too.
Okay, tell me what Chantel's name is.
Chantel's name is Sierra.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Because then her sister's name is something stupid, and then her brother's name is something stupid.
I think one of them is Winter.
Yeah.
Right. And River, maybe.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Sierra, Ceair.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what it is, but Gino's real name isn't Gino, and that's why it was put in quotes when his cousin was talking to him. So his real name isn't Gino either. So I'm working on that. Okay. So, Statler. Her real name is Carolyn Grace Riley.
Okay, so how did we get Statler?
She was going by Grace for years.
Okay.
Then she was going by Grace Riley, and she changed her name to Statler. Like, she did a petition to change her name. I don't know if it was approved or not. Some speculate because her mom is like the mayor or whatever. But yeah, her name is not Statler.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just want to tell you that.
Guess what? Season 6, episode 16 of Before the 90 Days. We're going to start out with Statler and Dempsey.
Let's start out with them.
She's sick.
Is she?
Yeah, I know it because I could hear her voice. She's sick.
Oh, I thought it was because everyone's crying forever because it's cold.
I don't think so. So Dempsey is packing, and they had some bad communication. So I actually believe Statler on this.
So do I.
Statler was like, hey, we never agreed on anything. She said, maybe I want kids. I said, I don't know, maybe.
Right. Like, I don't think they had a real conversation about it. And I don't think either of them made it clear because none of them, like, she was like, Dempsey said, yeah, maybe. And I said, yeah, maybe. That's it.
Yep. And then she even said, she's like, yeah, maybe in a few years. She's like, I don't want kids right now. So that's all I could tell you. I could only talk to you about how I feel right now.
Right. I do think that she was a little defensive, which I get. That's why she said to Dempsey, like, well, if you want to have kids, this isn't going to work. Because she felt like she was getting backed into a corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Dempsey said that she's very moody, but it's okay because now they're in love again all of a sudden for no reason.
Dempsey's like, I'm going to stay with her just for hope.
Okay, great.
That's good. Stay together for hope. That sounds good.
So they did not break up. Statler goes back to Texas tomorrow. And she's like, I'm so glad we got past this kid situation.
How'd you get past it?
What'd you do?
What happened to get past it? Did you solve it? Did you decide you guys are going to have kids in the
future? Did you have a baby?
Because this is going to come back to you. I have to tell you.
Just saying. So Dempsey's also like, hey, remember when I had a boundary and I said that I don't want you to move right in with me? Because I think you might break up with me, I'm going to let you move right in with me.
Yep. And because
she's like,
you're
really?
So codependent, you've worn me down into it.
Yeah. And Statler's like, all right, well, I guess I'll never shower again.
Never.
And we'll never poop again. So yeah, let's do it.
I think I'm just going to be cold my whole life.
You don't want to figure that out either. It's like, that's just fine.
You just live like that now.
She's like, I hate this.
It's like, Statler, you hate everything about this. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no self-service. There's no heat. There's nowhere to poop. There's no warm water. And you're like, I don't want to get my own place.
Right.
I don't want to get the place I want to live.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a place with heat. Why would I?
Right. Now,
what?
She said that she's going to be moving in less than 4 weeks because her lease is up.
Yeah.
Is there a visa that is needed? Is she going to get a job? Does she have a job?
So she has a remote job, but some of these, I think it was you were telling me, some of these remote jobs, you can't go overseas.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah. So I don't know.
She's also very scared that she's going to get dumped when she gets home because this is exactly what happened with her last girlfriend. Her last girlfriend said yes until she left. And then she was like, just kidding. I broke up with you instead.
Yeah, many guys have done this to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is what people do. Also, she's going to have one pancake and one slice of toast for breakfast. Very interesting breakfast.
A pancake sandwich.
Yeah, interesting. A half pancake sandwich. A pancake toast, if you will.
Well, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And Noelle, I have some questions for you.
Let's hear them.
Do you ever find that just as you're trying to fall asleep, your brain suddenly won't stop talking?
Every night.
Do your thoughts start racing right before bed or at other inopportune moments?
Yeah, like before we podcasted.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
It turns out one great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk them through. Therapy gives you a place to do that so you can get out of your negative thought cycles and find some mental and emotional peace.
Okay, I need that.
Therapy is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. Now, boundaries. We were just talking about boundaries with
Yes,
Statler and
we
Dempsey.
were. And it's hard when you've never set boundaries. It's so hard to learn how to do it.
That is the truth.
Mhm.
Well, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. And switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
My favorite.
Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/fiance today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Do it.
Moving on to Riley and Violet.
This
Do you
kind of
believe
threw me
this?
for a loop. This threw me for a loop. I have to
You
tell
believe
you.
this?
Like, do I believe she's pregnant?
Yeah.
I don't know, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Well, he's been home for weeks now, and she broke up with him. See, this is the
Mhm.
game they play, though. This is like a very toxic
This
relationship.
is their foreplay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So she broke up with him. She was texting him terrible things. Then she apologizes, and then she
Right.
tells him she loves him. She wants to be with him.
Right.
Now, a few weeks later, he goes to Tiffany's house,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells her that Violet called him and said that she was pregnant
So they didn't hook up the whole trip
the whole time.
until the last night right before he left.
Right.
Like she left and then she came back.
Yes.
And there was just some things that he said that he says like it started with a cuddle and then the
Right.
hand goes south and the mouth goes north. And I was
Okay.
very confused.
He was trying to be
Yeah.
like, I don't know. He was trying to like wordplay and
be coy.
he did a
Yeah.
bad job.
And I'm like, the hand goes south and the mouth goes
Yeah. He's like, and
north.
then he's like, the leg went west.
Right. And then her toes are in Antarctica. Like,
yeah.
what?
He's like, and then she broke her neck. He's like, an officer, I swear I didn't touch her.
Yeah. Very confusing.
He said that she's 5'2" and he's 6'4". Of course it was fun.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you
great.
for letting me know that. Yes, we all know you're a giant. This guy is sweating like no other. Take off your Timberland vest. He is pouring sweat.
I know.
You're inside. Take your bubble vest off.
Well, he did not bring any condoms.
Well, he didn't think she was. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Well, he's on condom medication.
Okay. So what kind of medication are you on that lowers your sperm count?
Okay, let's see. So low to 1%.
Right. So that's what I mean. Like, so you're on like male birth control. What is this exactly? So he would have to be off of it
right
for like a little bit to get his sperm count up to get someone pregnant. So what on earth is he taking and why?
Okay, let's see.
I'm so curious.
Let's see. I don't know. Nitrofurantion?
Where's that for? Like your heart?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This seems weird because I feel like every man should be on this then.
You know, I need to
We should put in the water.
tonight I'm gonna scout some Reddit because I'm very curious. And if I find something about it, I'll post it in the group and
Okay.
I'll post it on our Instagram because I'm very curious. Sometimes when you tweet people things like this, they don't take too kindly to it, but I'm gonna investigate and try to find out what he's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Violet is how old?
42 or 43
This is wild.
or 45, but I think 43. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
she's 43.
She's 43.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's 43. So it's like pretty low chances of her getting pregnant.
The odds are stacked against them.
He's on male birth control.
Right.
And they did it one time.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Right. But then again, I got to tell you, random shit happens sometimes.
No, I get it. But he said that he was on the phone with her and he said, why don't you put classical music on and put it to your belly?
Yeah.
And she's like, anyway.
Are you going to marry me?
Right. So then he said that he has a doctor that he knows.
Like an English speaking doctor.
Right. And he
Yeah.
will pay for all of her medical treatment, but she has to go to this doctor. And she said, no, I'm not going to this doctor. So he's trying to control the situation to see if she's actually pregnant.
Of course.
I mean, I would too.
Yeah. I mean, if I was him, honestly, I would go back out there.
So, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because you're not just going to like do this to me and then like tell me you had a kid and then what am I going to send you money?
Or you're going to lose the baby.
Right. You're going to send me Getty images of a child, you know?
Some stock images.
Right. So it's like, I need to see this kid in person. I want to
God.
go. You know what? I want to go with you to your doctor's appointment.
Yeah, I'm coming right back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on to Amanda and Razvan. Speaking of children.
I heard that she was on TikTok like all over some guy that wasn't Razvan.
Great. She's so scared that he will break up with her that she buys him gifts. She buys him flowers. She prints out pictures of them. It's her last night there.
She bought these at Walgreens. She bought all of this stuff at Walgreens. She went
all the way Walgreens shopping.
Yeah.
He knows that this is toxic, but he's not sure what to do.
Right.
So she's like, yes or no, do you want to be with me?
And then she wrote him a love letter.
Okay, well, he said he loves her, but she is also his worst enemy.
Yeah, I could see that. That should be your answer there, honey.
Right. So she writes him this card. She is so proud of herself as he reads this.
Uh-huh. She's smirking.
She tells him that he's her one true love.
One true love. She never, after Jason died, she never thought she would find another love.
But it's her one true love. It's not.
Jason died like 2 days before you guys started talking.
Yeah,
you never thought you would find one?
Never. She never thought. For those 2 days, she was like not sure.
Never thought.
So she's like, also, remember when I told you that we were not meant to be together and you can't come to the US? Why don't you come right now?
Why don't you come for Thanksgiving? I was thinking that.
You're not only going to meet my kids, you're going to meet the rest of my family.
Yeah.
You remember when you said that you want a baby and I said no?
Yeah.
I'm already pregnant.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
I already had the kid. Watch this.
I can't stop sleeping with you now that you don't like me.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she starts talking sexual.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, quote, you gonna miss Billy? It's a big boy.
Big Billy.
It's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I believe that.
I mean, what are we doing here?
They're being ridiculous. I think that obviously he's a lot more comfortable now because she's a lot more comfortable.
Right.
But yeah, how does he not see?
How did it switch? What happened?
How does he not? Because he got the power.
Yes. So the next day, they talk about how connected they were the night before. What happened to your 2-week period?
What happened?
And she said it's okay for her to move on from Jason. All of a sudden, she's just fine with it.
Oh, now it's okay. Jason came to her in a vision last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was like, you should.
She's so happy. She said, I'm so happy I'm not leaving single.
He's like, go with Billy.
Go with him.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy I'm not leaving her single.
Yeah. Because you were single for 2 days and it was very painful.
Right. She's so unlikable.
Jason's like, I'm actually winning in this situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
I came out on top, man. No pun intended.
He got approved for his visa and she poo-pooed all over it. And now he has to come for Thanksgiving.
Right. Well,
this poor guy.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, let's talk about Gino and Jasmine.
This is strange.
He hasn't seen her in 5 months. He is giddy talking about her coming there.
I mean, he forgot everything happened. He forgot.
So his cousin Dana comes over and they're going to decorate the house for Panama Day.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If she was going to get a visa, wouldn't you have decorated the house all like American flag? Like, you're coming to America, baby. But you decorated Panama.
Right. So, and then they also order a Panamanian bucket hat on Amazon. And I like how Dana's like, I hate her, but I'll wear this hat. This is great.
Dana's like, I'm really into this hat.
Okay. So he is worried that she'll panic at the interview. Now we go to her. Okay. Her lips are even bigger.
She looks different here.
She's crying. Now, who's driving her? Because I missed that
Her
part.
sister.
Okay. So her sister... her
daughter, her sister is driving her, and her mom was there. Her mom Cecilia was there, but her mom, I don't know where they were. I think Jasmine's new apartment.
Okay, they're crying and crying and crying.
Yeah,
her face is filled to the top with fillers.
Yeah, she's filled to the brim.
It's a brand new face. This is a different face.
Brand new
90
Jasmine.
90 minutes later, Jasmine calls Gino. She is crying hysterically because she is having an allergic reaction to something. And that is the only explanation I have.
She's crying because she's on the side of the highway. Why is she there?
This is a love after lockup position.
Yes.
She has to be having an allergic reaction, right?
No, unfortunately.
Why is her face like that then?
She did that on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was an issue with the application. She's crying and then she does this thing.
Uh-huh.
She's mad that he has the flags up in the background.
Right. And she's screaming for him to take them down.
She said, I don't want to see the Panamanian flags in the background. Okay. I would like to do a dramatic reenaction. I don't know if the microphone is going to pick this up.
Okay.
Okay. She's doing the thing where you ever see a toddler cry over something crazy?
Of course I have.
Okay. And then, we have parents that post like my kid cried today
because
envelopes have 4 sides.
Right.
This is what Jasmine's doing.
Yeah, right. My kid cried because broccoli's green. Right.
Noelle, you just read my mind. I was going to say that out loud.
See?
Do we share a brain?
Yes. Tracey, we really share a brain. We bought the same perfume at the same time and then text each other about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait until you
it's
see
not
tomorrow.
Normal.
So she said she notices in the background that there's the Panamanian flags. And at that moment, okay, I'm just trying to get into character.
Uh-huh. Okay. The camera, the microphone picked up part of that, some grunting.
Yeah. Should I do it again?
She maybe do it now. Guys, think of this
in a lower octave.
High. Yeah, but I want everybody to think of it as a higher octave.
Okay. I don't want to say
yeah, okay, that works.
And I was like, what is she saying? And then I had to go read the subtitles. I was like, oh, she's mad because there's flags on the wall. It's like she's mad because the walls are on the wall.
Why is she like this?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I really don't know. I mean, I don't know who's worse. I don't know if it's Mary and Brandon from the other way.
I
don't even think it's them because at least Mary's like 20.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine is worse than she's ever been. She was never this bad before.
Well, she said that she would rather get no for an answer than them tell her that there was a problem with the application and they'll get back to her.
Here's the problem.
Okay. Here's the thing though. I'll call you up, Jasmine. How about this? No.
Right. No.
So stop.
Hey, TLC, you shouldn't have dropped the trailer for the next season already because we already know what happens with Jasmine.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Misha and Nicola.
Oh God, these two.
Okay.
Her Christianity is starting to unravel, and I see it.
Her Christianity is not real.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
It's not. She thinks it is.
Oh, she thinks it is. So
yeah.
They're at this market, and it's the last day.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the Sea of Galilee.
Yeah.
And he says, quote, I'm willing to propose to her.
Willing.
What?
He's willing.
What a dream.
Uh-huh. Sounds great.
He has no ring.
My kind of guy.
And he proposes to her. He gets on his knee while they're walking in the street.
Through the
and
market.
He says, will you marry me? And she looks for the ring.
And she can't say yes or no. And he keeps saying Misha, can you say yes or no? Misha, can you say yes or no?
Right, because she's like, where's the ring though?
Yeah.
So they go to the ring store. They go to the jewelry store. And the guy's like, what's your budget? And he's like, oh, no, no budget. He's like, okay, this little tiny baby ring.
What is this?
This is actually made for the same person that's going to wear Noelle's headphones. It's a mouse ring.
Yes. This is like a communion ring. What is this?
Communion
ring. But what is this?
This is a purity ring. Okay.
Yes.
And they're like, this is $2,000 because there's no child labor. I would have been like, do you have any ones that kids made?
Truly. What the hell
is it? I get with the blood of the children?
Though.
So he's trying to haggle with him. And
yes,
Misha wishes she was dead.
Okay, if I was Misha, I never would have stood there when they were talking about the price.
I would have been like, you can propose to me when you have a ring.
You would have been like, I got this. Let me haggle for you.
I'll haggle for you, but I'm also not marrying you. But thank you for the ring.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. He wants to pay cash for a deal. He basically gets it half price.
He did pretty good.
So she wants him to re-propose. So he doesn't even do a good job. He just goes.
I know.
I don't think that's what she meant.
And I like that the guy's like, okay, you sit down here. Like he
Right.
had the whole setup.
All right. Well, she needs to get an annulment right before they get married because
Right.
she cannot get married in the Catholic Church without an annulment. I have bad news for you.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I've watched a lot of people that definitely should not have been married in the Catholic Church get married in the Catholic Church.
Yes.
It ain't that serious.
Right.
So she's leaving today. And
I like that she goes to kiss him with the tongue and he's like, Misha, you're trying to kiss me with the tongue.
So she's leaving. And the thing is, like, nobody really gets an annulment.
No.
I mean, some people do, but that's not the norm.
Yeah, but that's someone, it's like when they're married for like 24 hours and it was a mistake. Now, I mean, she was married for like 15 years and had 2 kids.
Yeah,
I don't think you could annul that.
So she won't apply for the K1 visa yet because she has to get the annulment first.
It's like, I don't think her daughters know like what's going to happen when he gets there and how annoying this guy is.
Oh, he's so annoying.
Uh-huh.
His steering wheel is falling apart.
He's smelling his armpits.
What about this guy?
He's smelling his armpits and she's like, please don't smell your armpits. It's gross.
She wants an engagement party. She wants him to come for a few months to the US because he can get a tourist visa. And he said that that's opening the door to the devil.
Basically, like he doesn't want to live with her before they're married because they're going to hook up.
He said it's a sin. And she said it's not a sin. And he said that they will just pray. Okay. So the thing is, what he considers a sin and what she considers a sin is a very different kind of thing. And she is not. He also, listen, he's fake religious too.
I think that he has definitely made up his own rules when it comes to religion. Yes, I do.
And
agree
then,
with
but
that.
so is she.
I know.
It's like, guys, this is like playing Monopoly, right? There are certain people that go by a certain set of rules. There are certain people that go by a different set of rules. Guess what? Before you start playing, agree on the rules.
I can't play with my mother. We do not agree on Monopoly. We have done this before.
What is her thing and what's your thing?
It's like, okay, I can't deal with like, so I play with my aunts and my mom is one of those people, no matter what she lands on, she has to buy it. That drives me crazy. There's no strategy there.
Yeah.
It's like anything that I land on, I have to buy it. So you just fuck everyone the whole game. Like then there's like no point in it. It drives me nuts. It got to the point where like last time we were playing with Tammy, she got so mad. She was disgusted. She just put the board away because my mother was being the worst about it. Because it's like, Andrea, stop it. So we can't play Monopoly with her anymore.
But this is what I mean, though. You got to agree on the rules. All right. Speaking of agreeing on the rules, let's talk about Christian and Cleo.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? So the problem is like, love Cleo, but Cleo's really losing me.
Pathetic.
I've never cried that much in my whole life.
So she wants his favorite hoodie. He doesn't want to give it to you.
He does. Why is he being so mean though? He's like, well, that's my favorite one.
Right. He doesn't want to give it to her.
Yeah.
So why do you want to be with this guy?
Right.
He's like, there are highs and there are lows. And he makes sure that he'll never forget all the things that she did to him.
Okay. Meanwhile, Cleo has like all her makeup down her eyes.
She's crying that the highs were so good. He's like, no, I know, but I just can't forget the things that happened.
What were so good about the highs?
Nothing.
What was so good?
She made it up in her head.
Name 3 things.
He's like, this is a complicated relationship. I've never dated an autistic woman before. I've never dated a trans woman before. Christian,
stop.
Go get Sky marshaled.
Yeah. Go away.
Go away. So he does Casablanca while they're leaving. She doesn't.
Oh, God. Okay. But also, and like, can she stop crying?
No. She's crying.
She cried everything.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
But I don't like, okay, here's what I don't like. So when they were talking, he was like, yeah, of course, like we're going to be exclusive. Like there's no reason for us not to be blah, 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 blah. And this makes Cleo happy. He's on the plane. He's like, I text her. I told her I miss her already, but I don't know how I'll feel when we get back stateside. So you lied.
Yeah.
This is everything Cleo's afraid of.
Yeah.
You did it.
But then
you
did
all
Cleo?
the things. What?
Come on.
No, I know. Oh, Trixie.
Oh, Noelle.
These people.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible people. Next.
Don't die.
Sorry.
No,
I hope the tell-all is only twice, not 3 times.
I hope it's just once.
That's not going to happen.
I know, but I could
and they'll
pray.
wait until the last 60 seconds to let us know about
I feel like we're really inviting the devil in.
Violet if she's pregnant.
I feel like we're really letting the devil in having 3 parts of the tell-all.
What do you mean? I don't know what that means.
Remember, because Nicola said that he's letting the devil in.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Sorry. It's
cool.
night.
Guys, this is Noelle's last day on the podcast. She'll be replaced with someone with a sense of humor.
All right. Wait until they see us tomorrow.
Wait until you guys see us tomorrow. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates, everything podcast related, everything that you could ever want is at TraceyCarnazzo.com. Make sure you follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Chuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. And we'll see you next week. TraceyCarnazzo.com. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.